And I'm very happy that I'm a part of this conscious, parenting workshop in a digital way. So the whole day on and off, I am joining this program from Manchester. Currently, I'm living in Manchester, and from there, I'm joining this workshop. And especially in this junction, uh, when I have toured across USA and even parts of UK, I have clearly realized, uh, as a parents, we can do meditation and we can understand the spiritual principles. If any problem is there, we can cure ourselves in a great way. But whenever there is a problem with the children, we will be at loss, So the conventional systems like allopathy, everything will teach us to use medicines as maximum as possible. But here, uh, we need to work on the children. So only in spiritual means that is a different spectrum. When I started working in spiritual tablet system in 2003 with a meditation health clinic as an MBBS doctor with a private medical practice as well as the spiritual counseling for the illness. Especially in the initial days, I used to target only on chronic illness. During that period, it happened to be one mother bring her child. The child is just 1.5 year, guess, and both the children were very severely asthmatic. So this is a practical story which led me to think on this children's concept and parenting and everything. There are two incidents hardly. The first one is this with this case. So initially, I don't have any clue what to do with a 1.5 year baby with a severe asthmatic problems, and every month she used to spend around $4,000, apart from hospital admissions on and off. So all the medicines she tried. So asthma is a common problem, everybody with acute exacerbations on and off. So I said, okay, first we try with you because you are suffering. So one basic principle, suffering is due to individual ignorance. So once you start working on yourself, at least leaving the baby, first of all, you are bound to come out of your own suffering. So first you start meditation. So I started teaching her the basic meditation. She was into a lot of puja and so many things. So slowly she started doing meditation and then pyramid, and the whole family become vegetarians. And miraculously, within a span of 4 months, the amount of money she used to spend to the hospital every month, around 4 to 7,000 rupees for both the kids with 2 admissions every month, it was started coming down. Initially, there is no hospital admissions for the first 2 months. And after that, slowly the attacks came down. After that, slowly they reduced the dose that was given for the kids. So like that, step by step, there is a greater change. And within a span of, I guess 8 months to 1 year time, they were totally cured, both the kids, and the whole family become vegetarians and spiritual masters. And whatever that continuous suffering that is there earlier, it was totally, So during that period, I came to understand the concept, the spiritual children. So which we are going to discuss as a solution for, general childhood ailments in the future slides. So that is the first incident made me to understand the entire. So according to allopathic science, we call it as a pediatric department. So for me, the pediatrics is nothing but understanding the spiritual children concept. So as of now, the parents know about the biological child or physical child. That we know, we grow them very well. The entire life sometimes will be dedicated to raising children physically, the biological child. But especially for the evolved masters, I'm talking about, for them, apart from the physical child, they will have the spiritual child. So this department, the entire pediatric department, started working with the spiritual child and understanding so many experiences. In fact, I am unable to understand those experiences before that concept. I used to think in a different way. But after, evolving this, then there is a lot of scope to work on the children. So that is the first thing. And the second incident in my life is when we started working on our own biological child. So we gave birth to, one beautiful baby, my daughter, Bhavita. So during that period, during pregnancy, we learned this art of parenting through Siddha Samaj Yoga. So then I was really astonished and mind-blowing concepts they told about, the kids. Already you might have gone through all the, methods they teach and how to apply through Rajeshri. So she is my spiritual child. Of course, she is my relative, but my wife's sister, but spiritual child as well. So that part I don't want to repeat anyway, because she has very clearly given her narrative. So that is the second junction when I really understood. So from the childhood, what best we can do, how best we can do for the kids. And there the practical aspect is, so I used to get so many references from so many pregnant women, or even the infancy period, that I have got problem with my child in this way, that way. The first and foremost thing I will advise is spiritual parenting, the conscious parenting, with all the systems like the vision cards and everything, whether you are following it. So the moment they follow, immediately they will see whatever that illness part that is there, even though the child is normal, except the illness, that automatically wins off. So I realize that maybe the kid is not, is an evolving soul. From the day one, from the parents, being a spiritual masters, it needs that kind of training. But hardly we feel all these five, we feel only the mouth, not the other senses. That is the major problem. So feeling all the five senses and including the motor senses is the major principle here. So I suggest them very strongly. So after following the infant Siddha program, or the conscious Dhyana Matrutam program, still the problem is there, then we start working with the parents. So recently in the past 6 to 7 years, after I started working with Dhyana Matrutam, clearly I understood, especially the pregnant woman, as well as the infancy, the first 6 months, whatever the illnesses that are there, they are related to this, the conscious parenting skills, what we have narrated since morning in this workshop. So these are the two important, milestones or junctions made me to come in front of you today to share my wisdom. So otherwise, maybe I am going in my own way about my life, but how best I can teach the practical principles which I have realized in my life, that can be, definitely helpful, because practically we applied these things on so many children as well as in parents. So that's why I asked the ESA PSSM to make me a part of this immediately, and they also agreed. And especially when I traveled across ESA around 28 states, in every other state, every 5 cases out of that, 1 or 2 children are with autism. Really, I felt very bad, So of course, being a yogi, I have my own kind of, detachment. But apart from that, we need to attend to the suffering. We can understand the parents suffering as well. So since then onwards, I started working on that and developed so many energetic techniques, what best we can give to the parents. So all those things now we discuss here in this. And so specifically, of course, the strategy for all the childhood illness is very common. And I wrote here, especially the autism, because I want to see a beautiful growth, especially about the autistic children. And apart from the guidelines I'm going to give here, the practical tips, randomly you may know 1 or 2, but whenever you apply all these things as a bunch, you are bound to get a great success. And in due course of time, means during the training, apart from the principles that we are discussing over here, definitely there are some unique principles which we need to apply. Even sometimes I may not know what we are supposed to do. So as a 11th hour management or an exceptionally, we may have some other additional guideline principles through the experience of the parents. So that also we are going to discuss. Okay. So in the today's session, first I would like to narrate in a 5 to 10 minutes about my journey and how I made into this place apart from these 2 stories. So are you able to see my slides? The change, when I'm changing it, are you able to make out?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, we need to understand the basic fact: the spiritual intellect is the root and physical health is the fruit. You may ask me, being a medical doctor, the modern science is well advanced and there are so many hospitals, systems, and treatment mechanisms, the investigation techniques. So it's almost like a, very, very big, we know very well. But but here, according to the spiritual science method, we believe in this core principle. If you go to a doctor, they will talk about infections, or genetic theory, or environmental theory, or food theory. So that theory is according to allopathy with the body and mind science. But here, considering all the 7 layers, the 7 bodies, and the 7 chakras and energy system, if you come here, the core principle is spiritual intellect is the root. So especially for the parents, and of course for the kids as well. So once you set the root, like the tree, if you set the roots, then the branches and the all the things will be very perfect. So similarly here, we need to set the spiritual intellect. So here there are 2 things. The material intellect is different. An IAS officer is a symbol of material intellect. The peaks of material intellect is an IAS officer, I can say. But they are 0 in spiritual intellect. So spiritual intellect, it starts with who am I, understanding energy, consciousness, and wisdom, and understanding the purpose of life, understanding other dimensions, understanding birth and death. So all these things put together is the sum total of the spiritual intellect. So if you develop it properly, then we are bound to get physical health as a fruit. So here the physical health means the sum total of, according to the World Health Organization definition, it is a sum total of physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being, all the 4 planes. The kids as a family members, the whole. So here, based on this principle, the entire spiritual tablet system as well as the kids related principles were made. So in the last 24 years, so there is a lot of spiritual expertise behind that. So many masters were trained in this. And since 16 years, especially, we started working with the spiritual tablets, wisdom, and counseling. So far, we have successful in curing more than 10,000 cases. We are 90 to 100% success rate, I can say. Symptomatically, they will come out, no doubt in it. And after that, to stop the medicines and, not to spend even a single penny on illness has definitely achieved in more than 90% of the cases. And so initially, I worked in India, basically from Visakhapatnam. First, the northern 3 districts I worked. After that, the entire AP. At one point of time, I had 40 centers. After that, I started roaming around Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, and all these places. I used to travel in the weekend. In 2 days, I used to cover all these 5 metro cities. And I used to deliver my workshops as well as, especially by that time, I used to focus only on the special, children as well as the special cases. And I have visited to USA as well, so that I already told, and currently from UK, and across UK also I gave my sessions. Apart from spiritual tablet system, to reach to the people, and as I understood the value of the culture and the arts also, so we came up with a project Ananda Brahma. So through that, the parents also will be well trained with music, dance, and arts, and as well as children. So after meditation, it plays a major role, the culture and art. So that also we need to teach. Nowadays, it was totally, vanishing day by day. So like that, for the spiritual service part, as well as, to understand the different other departments which leads to the health, that also I used to develop. So that's why I constantly am a common member in so many other organizations, just to continue this process. Initially, we may give beautiful counseling and basic training. And after that, they have to land in a spiritual service, or they have to, learn a beautiful music or dance or something like that. So that's why that follow-up is very, very essential, and they need a continuous learning platform. So that's why I understood it is a, it's a complex thing where unless I am associated with the other areas, we cannot deliver a proper health. That is what I understood. And since then, I used to be a part of so many organizations. And so here the spiritual tablets means they are not physical tablets. So it is very, very important. Maybe there are some viewers in YouTube or Zoom here, newcomers especially. I want to tell a practical joke here. Whenever I used to conduct these spiritual tablet workshops in rural India, after the entire day, from morning 10 o'clock we started. By the end of workshop at 5 o'clock, one senior citizen from the last bench used to raise his hand, and he used to ask me, "Sir, the whole day I'm here. I'm expecting some tablets from you. If you give me tablets, I will take those tablets and I'll go home." So
That is so funny.
I don't want to be in that situation. So here the spiritual tablets means not the tablets like an allopathy to eat or to drink or an ointment. So these are nothing but the intellectual wisdom capsules. Already you are taking all those things since morning from so many eminent masters. And so here we are trying to give the spiritual wisdom. You may ask me, how can these spiritual tablets will work? See, I will tell you a simple story. Initially we were into very strong allopathy, and after that one guy, a great personality who started working with the leaves. He started bringing the leaves from the forest, and he used to make some lotion out of it, and he used to give it to the patients. Hardly there is a small hut and a few people coming in queue once in a week or twice in a week. Later on it started gaining importance, and a lot of people used to come, and there is a small building was made and a trust was formed. And if you go and see today, this is what I am talking about, the Kottakkal Ayurvedic system. They have 150 acres of medicinal forest, 750 bedded Ayurvedic hospital, and across the globe there is more than 1,000 Ayurvedic dispensaries. And now we have a Ayurvedic system of medicine. So initially, exactly 100 years ago, in 1905, something like that, there is only a single person. So people used to laugh at him. Do you think these leaves can give health? How can you expect health from the leaves? Leaf is just a trivial thing, but he started. So now what are all so many leaves they are using, and they are extracting from the whole tree. And that medicine today we are using in a big way. And after that, homeopathy, it's a great revolution. So these pills are simply the sweet pills. My brother used to eat all the pills at a single day because it was very sweet and very tiny. But with that, we can get a greater health. And now we are into energy medicine. So everybody knows, once you energize the whole room, house, and yourself with meditation. So these energy techniques, there are so many energy gadgets today. So if you observe carefully, from the physical to the leaves, and from there to homeopathy, from there to energy medicine. So from there, now almost we came on to the intellect part, that is wisdom. So because the consciousness is evolving, people are also evolving. And now whatever the Lord Krishna has said, or Jesus and whomsoever, the great gods, they said, Lord Krishna has said, Jnanagni Dagda Karmanam. So if you develop the wisdom, in that fire, you can burn all your karmas. And then you can get complete health or prosperity or whatever. So that is Lord Krishna's healing principle, I can say. If you go to Jesus, if you believe, whatever you believe is possible, that is what he says. So if you believe, that means if you keep your thought in a miraculous way, and if you understand the life principles, if you become God, in other words, Aham Brahmasmi, then whatever you think, that is bound to happen. So all the great masters who are there on this earth, they have clearly said, if you make your intellect perfect as a human being, then definitely you are bound to get success in your life. So that's why understanding the health system rather than a physical capsule, it's better understanding an Ayurvedic medicine or homeopathic medicine. Better than that is healing principles and energy principles. Better than that is the wisdom capsule, because wisdom is all really required for the soul. Because the true nature of the soul is to learn. Once you are giving proper food to the soul through wisdom, then whatever the things you are bound to get in day-to-day life, that automatically will come. So here the spiritual tablets is nothing but wonderful concepts that were designed in a 1 tablet, 2 tablets, 3 tablets in a number form. And of course, we use some objects and the dream analysis. So whatever the objects we use in our day-to-day life, every object has got its own spiritual significance. And in a simple way, like if the mirror come in a dream, so we know that mirror is to see ourselves, So whether you are able to see yourself, what exactly you are as a personality, in a community as well as individual level, then you are perfect with your mirror object, something like this. So in the similarly, There's a great book, Animal Speaks. Before that, we got some lessons for each and every animal. Apart from that, we use the spiritual books who are already focusing on that, on dream analysis and situational analysis, object analysis. So these things, like if you go to a doctor, they will ask you for a blood workout, and after that some radiological investigation like X-rays, MRI, and CT scans, and then of course some biopsies. So with this, they will get a complete picture, and with that they will come to a diagnosis, and then they will start the proper treatment. That may be a surgery or medical. Similarly here, once we start working with the patient or God, based on their experiences, dreams, and day-to-day life and coincidences, their analysis and their feelings, attitudes, intuitions, with that we can understand where exactly they are, and based on that we can dispense the spiritual tablets as a wisdom capsules. So that is how it will work. So as I said, initially I started working on my kit along with my wife. We learned it, and then of course we got great wisdom, but the methods we are following, like the mindfulness, because according to Bhagavad Gita, Koti puja samam stotram, koti stotram samam japaha, japakoti samam dhyanam, dhyana koti samahlayaha. See, here there is a junction, whether mother has to follow the puja, japa, or stotra, or meditation. So this is the junction again. Whenever I try to give this spiritual parenting training, or even for the children, so this junction definitely they will face. So in my life, even the whom I have developed, we strictly follow Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna clearly he says, 1,000 times better than puja is 1,000 times better than stotram is 1,000 times better than japam, and then finally dhyanam. So that's why I understood we need to combine all these core basic principles according to the soul level. So we made some changes in that program, replacing meditation and replacing the cards what they use. We better, I understood, utilize the spiritual names, the chakras and centers, all these spiritual words, because according to Jesus, seek is the kingdom of God and his righteousness, then all else will be added unto you. So for the child, first we need to give the spiritual development, that is more prayer. So that's why whatever the words we want to introduce, better those words will be the spiritual words first. So that's why instead of telling about the basic material words, anyway they will learn. So better introduce all the spiritual masters and spiritual words, the soul, telepathy, aura. So like that we made some changes in the cards what they use, as well as the training for the mother, the theory what we are going to impose for the mother, the books that are related, that if you see the spiritual books, there are two kinds. One is without dependency and one is with dependency. There are books where they totally believe in God and God will do something, we will be silent, and hardly we may do some external activity and something will flow from above. But the other set of books says it starts with energy, you are the God, and if you learn the life principles and if you understand the technology behind the whole earth, then you can create your own reality. So there is a gross deviation, these two books. So then I understood I have to suggest only the core spiritual principle books, which are focusing on absolute truth rather than the dependency. So whether you want to become a disciple or a follower, there is a major junction. For the followers, the books are something different, and for the disciples, the books are something different. The teachings by the guru also will differ. So that's why we try to make some changes in the program, what we learned. And finally, we came with a name by Brahmarshi Patriji, Dhyana Matrutvam. So under the guidance of Patriji, as well as the other masters' great efforts, we developed this as a Dhyana Matrutvam project. And now Rajeshwari and Shantoshi from Andhra Pradesh and Lakshmi Madam. So there are 3 to 4 masters. Very wonderfully, they are giving their own service in bringing up kids from the birth, from the mother womb itself. Okay. So this part actually Rajesh has very greatly covered, spending in nature, activating all the 5 senses and sleep talkings, say and do, all these things Rajesh beautifully covered. So I don't want to touch that part. And here I also have a video, the first one, where it is actually 18 days kid. By giving support, he is able to crawl. So I think Rajeshri also has shown one more. So this is how I used to show, cards for my daughter. So now, without any delay, we go to the practical tips related to speech children's problems, as well as, especially for the autism together. The first part is the general basics to understand from where we are trying to work. That is very, very important, So this is not a belief system. This is according to the spiritual science I am trying to say about. And after applying all these principles on so many kids, today I'm in front of you. And so here, before understanding the children's problems, so children are primarily embodiment of thoughts. So based on the parents' thoughts, definitely the child up to a age, maybe 10 years or 12 years, almost they will be molded by the parents' thoughts. Whatever the parents' thoughts, so that automatically go through the child's brain and it will try to manifest. But at certain age, they will start thinking on their own, and they may not, oblige the parents. Like they will have their own individuality. Here they will take from this side, and simply they will lose it from this side, leave it. We know that very clearly, but instead of that, we try to tell something to them. So by the time you observe, they are totally individual and they are trying to take their own decisions, moving on their own. Then the strategy will change a bit. Initially, whenever the childs are completely molded by the parents' thoughts, that is below 8 years or 10 years, then the major focus of the children's problems will be with the parents only. This first we have to understand. So once the children are completely individual and they are no more hearing to the parents and they are taking their own decisions, rarely they are hearing to the parents means, then majority of the focus will go to the children. So we totally focus on children, and a part of progress of the spiritual children for the parents will be understood. So that is one major route. And then, so dependency on parents till they get maturity. So that is what I said till now. And of course, the children's health is again depends on the circumstances, the spiritual knowledge of the parents and other family members, and energy levels around the house. So that's why a certain set of principles to increase the energy of that particular room or the house. So that were there, that we discuss especially in the autism kid related things. And then regarding the circumstances, from where to start, in a family, the grandparents are there, and parents and the children, siblings, everybody is there in a house. And suppose if the one kid is asthmatic or severely is getting some respiratory problems or diarrhea or whatever, the general illnesses. And first we have to check who is more emotionally connected to the kid. So this practically I learned in a 1.5 year period of time after working with 10 to 15 children. Because even though they are parents, sometimes the kids are more attached to the grandchildren or grandparents, sorry. Maybe one of the grandparent is totally attached to that particular kid, and from morning to evening, maybe she is taking care of him. So then we need to start our spiritual strategy with that grandparent first, whether it is father or mother, whomsoever. So with them we need to start initially with them, and slowly we start digging the other poles that are there in the family, because the kid is the collective consciousness or collective thoughts of the whole family members. Unless and until we work with the entire team, we may not bring the desired result. So this is one idea. The other idea, sometimes whatever the facts now we have discussing here, out of the both parents, one is atheist, they may not accept all these things. Mother may not accept all these things, or father may not accept. Mother is more interested in all these things and father is totally reluctant. So all these things are just bullshit, I don't want to follow. Then first we need to start working with the mother, because she is accepting. So let her continue all these principles first. So once she starts meditating and she starts working all these energy principles day by day, definitely they will see some change. they are bound to see, because the spiritual principles are bound to give us a result. So once they start seeing the result, because there is no such result they have faced, they encountered with other systems, maybe in 3 years or 4 years time, definitely they will mold a bit. And with the mother's workout or father, whomsoever accepts this, the environment will change, and that automatically molds the other person to look into these matters. Slowly we can win the other people as well. So this is one other part of the thing. And so that's why the environment and the people around, that is also very, very important. And finally, the spiritual children concept we are going to discuss. So here, every parent should understand lack of basic wisdom is the source for all the problems, and suffering is due to individual ignorance. The parents are suffering means it is only because of individual ignorance. So the ignorance, there are 3 types of difficulties: the body difficulties, and this is called difficulties out of lack of spiritual wisdom, and difficulties out of this physical body, and of course the divine, the nature difficulties, pandemics and all, earthquakes. So the first 90% is lack of spiritual wisdom. If the parents are well versed with meditation and spiritual wisdom, they are bound to come out of the suffering. Suffering is always because of lack of proper spiritual wisdom. So for that, the basic things, Dhyan, Swadhyay and Sajjan Sangat we advise. So meditation and spiritual book reading, and of course sharing of our spiritual experiences. So and here, like maybe the Patri sir has already told in the morning, so parents will not give birth to the soul, but only to the physical body. We are giving only the physical body. The soul will come from the odd self, and it has got its own plan. And because we are working with it, it is in our environment. The best thing we can do is we can become the best. So if we become best in our own wisdom, we are not bound to get any kind of sufferings. So here, even though it is a bit tough to digest, especially for some parents, I need to give this practical example. I got one household mother. She's actually completed her engineering, and immediately after engineering, she had a very big visions about her job and to establish some big kind of thing. So many things she has in her mind. But in spite of that, their parents all of a sudden say fixed some marriage, and she went into that marriage relationship. And immediately after marriage, within 1 year or so, she got a child. I'm not sure whether it is a consanguineous marriage or a general marriage, but I'm not remember today. But so she delivered a baby with cerebral illness. So that's why the baby was completely on the bed. So she approached me almost 2 years after the baby birth. Until 2 years, everything is on the bed except the head. Rest of all the body parts won't move, and a kind of palsy, I can say. So her work is only to attend the baby round the clock. So with that great misery, she came to me, and in allopathy, there is no hope. No system can do anything, because it is a major illness, a kind of more than 30% or 40% brain is not, a successful kind of thing. And so I said, okay, basically you are suffering. And she shared her vision about engineering and degree and all of a sudden she was into this crash. So I said, see, here I am not sure about the baby, because as an allopathic doctor, I can see in what state she was. But your suffering, I can attend. As a mother, you are suffering a lot, and I can attend to your suffering. Whatever the best that was supposed to happen for the child, it will happen. So then we started working on her, and she started doing meditation. And then slowly she understood all the life principles, the learning, the soul concept, and her purpose of life. So many things she realized. And day by day, at one point of time, she is very happy in serving the child without any suffering in mind. She understood it is part of her purpose, and the baby born according to her own growth, the baby's growth, the soul growth. Because every soul will design its own life, sometimes for 6 months, sometimes for 1 year, sometimes for 5 years, sometimes with, with a disability, sometimes without disability. Like that, it has got its own plan. So all these principles she understood, and she is very happily, whatever the best she is supposed to do with keeping some songs and with an energetic way, she used to do everything. So whenever she is totally tuned to that baby, and one night, I think, she got some choke problem, and after that they took to hospital. Within 18 hours, the baby was died. But to the miraculousness, 1 month before, she knows that the baby is going to take some major transformation, which actually she doesn't know, whether it is some relief or something is going to happen for the baby, that she know very clearly in her own meditation. Then finally the baby was, according to the physical terms, it is a failure. But according to the family, the soul, the happiness, the wisdom, it is a great success. She understood her entire life. And after that, she moved on to Bangalore. And then slowly she went into some job with some adjustments. And so like this, maybe there are a couple of stories. But here we need to understand parents, suffering is something different. And what best we can do for the child is something different. These two are separate. First, we can start working on the parent suffering. Once the parents perfectly understand their purpose, and if they can see the child through their third eye, why they born, what is their past lives, and what exactly they want to learn in this lifetime, all these things can be unwrapped. See, if you say that in allopathy we are able to scan and we are able to do an MRI and a biopsy and we are able to give some, diagnosis. Similarly, in spiritual sciences, it is also 2 + 2 = 4. If you work on it, definitely you are going to get all these results. So that is working on the parents, suffering. And again, the spiritual children.